Hey everybody, welcome back to Barbecue by Biggs. I'm Aaron, and today we're working on one of those weeknight meal recipes. Yep, you can do this on the Yoder on a weeknight. It's a chicken thigh that we stuffed with asparagus, Swiss cheese, and then rubbed it all down. It only takes about 45 minutes to an hour to prepare, so you can prepare it on any weeknight. So if you want a delicious weeknight smoker recipe, stay tuned. All right, everybody, welcome back. We're starting with some bone-in chicken thighs, and we choose bone-in chicken thighs because really it's the most economical. You can buy these a lot cheaper than you can the boneless, and it only takes a few seconds to debone these chicken thighs. So we're just going to take the knife, put a slit down each side, roll the bone, and then just pull that bone out and fillet underneath it. And then we're going to take it and we're going to clean it up. As you can see here, we're kind of cutting some of the bone particles, the real fatty pieces on these chicken thighs, and really just straightening these things up. They have plenty of fat in the meat, so any of the extra fat that you can cut off, it's not really good fat, so just trim it up. Trim these long pieces of skin. You want them to be as nice looking as you can get them. The asparagus, we're just going to cut the hard ends off of them and make them just a little bit longer than what the chicken thigh is. That way when we do stuff them, they won't be too far outside of that chicken thigh when we do wrap them up. We're going to season these inside and outside with Uncle Steve's Shake Competition Bird Shake. Man, this is some good flavored stuff, and I would recommend you getting some of it. If you don't know about Uncle Steve's stuff, we have a link in the description below. We use just about everything he offers, and man, I'm telling you, it is some good seasoning. Once we get the insides done, we're going to do the outsides. So to make the skin crispy and bite through, we're going to put a little bit of oil back into them. We've already dried these off, so make sure that skin is very dry. Just add some oil back into it and then put the rub on top of that. What that oil is going to do is going to allow that skin to get crispy, bite through, not have that leathery feel to it when you try to bite through that skin. Once you have all that oil on there and you have a good coating, then we're going to put some more rub on the top. So you had the rub on the bottom, now we're going to put a liberal coating on the top. This stuff gives it a great color, gives it great flavor, and remember, it's all up to your taste. If you don't have Uncle Steve's Shake, use something that you like. Use the best chicken rub that you have. Just any kind of rub will work here. This is just some very good stuff and has some very good flavor. So we got these all rubbed up, and now we're going to get them stuffed. So we have some Swiss cheese here in slices. You can use any cheese at this point that you want to, even shredded cheese you could put in. But we had some Swiss cheese slices, and we wanted that chicken Swiss cheese asparagus. So we put a half a slice of Swiss cheese in here, and then we put about 5 stalks of asparagus. And then we'll just wrap this around to where it barely touches, and we'll take a couple of toothpicks and hold this thing together. Once you have the toothpicks in there, squeeze both sides, and it stays fairly well wrapped, and then you just want to cook it with the wrapped side down, just like this. So we'll get all these wrapped up, and then we'll move on to the potatoes. So we just had a bag of those new potatoes. They're the smaller ones with the golden potatoes mixed in. And then we have some mushrooms. We're gonna add these big mushrooms to these potatoes, and then we're gonna put some seasoning on them. So once we get the potatoes in, get the mushrooms in, then we're gonna take some olive oil. The olive oil, we're gonna douse it fairly liberal through here, mix it together, and add some granulated garlic. There's no specific size, it's really to taste. So we just did a few sprinkles here of granulated garlic, and then we got our granulated onion powder, and then we're gonna do the same, just about the same amount there, granulated onion. We'll get that added here, and then we're gonna add just black pepper. This is a little bit of a coarser grind. They call it restaurant style. It's a little bit bigger than just your normal ground. It works real good in this recipe. And then we're gonna add some rosemary. Again, this is to your liking. We just put a few sprinkles of these rosemary into these potatoes and mushroom mixture, and then we're just going to take it and we're just going to mix it up. And we'll cook these at the same temperature as those chicken wraps, but the last 20 minutes or so we'll come back and we'll put some tinfoil over the top to make sure that those potatoes get nice and tender. So we got these ready. Let's get the chicken, let's get the potatoes, and get them out on the smoker. All right, we got the yoder set to 350 degrees. We're gonna put these on the top shelf. The top shelf seems to be a whole lot more stable in the temperature. We're gonna cook at 350 degrees. Gonna start checking the temperature about 35 to 40 minutes in, and then forward from there. So we're gonna put the chicken on this side, and then we'll put the potatoes and stuff on this side. It's a little bit hotter over here by the exhaust, so those potatoes will be better off over there. So we'll get them on now. Put that chicken on the racks. Looks great. Put the potatoes over here. All right, we'll come back and check them in about 35 minutes or so. We'll probe them, see kind of where we're at on the temperature. So we'll bring y'all back in. All right, the chicken wraps have been in for about 45 minutes. Let's check in on them, see how they're doing. So we're just gonna take a little bit of barbecue sauce and put a glaze on them, leave them on here for about another 15 minutes, and then they'll be ready to go. You just wanna leave them on just long enough for this barbecue sauce to get tacky. All right, we'll give it another 15 minutes and come take them off. All right, after 55 minutes, the chicken is done. We're gonna get a taste of this real quick. I'll bring you in. Oh yeah, still juicy. You can see the juice pouring out. See if you can see that there. Look at that. Get us a taste of this. It's just spewing juice out. A little bit of that chicken, that skin. Just give it a big old bite of that. Oh my God, that's delicious. You gotta cook this for your family. I mean, this is one of the better things that I've cooked. This is delicious. And I haven't even got to the potatoes yet. Get one of them potatoes right quick. Whoop, it's gone. Get one of the potatoes. Oh yeah. Those potatoes are on point too. You guys gotta try this. We'll see you guys on the next cook.